Me forget to stream even though I'm still home and nothing's going on? What? No, I don't know what you're on about. It's totally when I normally stream. People watching the VOD, you can prove nothing other than the fact that the VOD probably came up late. Hello, Jindra. I presume with that emote you are off to bed. If not, I presume that you're sleepy. So that answers the how is you. But yeah. Okay, there we go. Now I can see chat. All right. One more thing. Nah, just very sleepy. Okay, fair. So it did indeed answer the latter, which is the how is you? Sleepy. Very. Also to give Mega Elixir a listen. I have not yet. I probably will. Totally wasn't distracted by Endless Legends because I totally didn't buy a bunch of stuff, including all of the DLC for Endless Legends. Nope. Don't know what you're on about. Not at all. Not at all. That's where we do the thing. Okay. And that's the E. /twitch.tv/manuspotion. Add a link card. I wish it displayed your logo. But hey. I don't know why they stopped doing that, but I'm guessing Twitch is being stupid. Because I know that link goes to the right place. At least I'll triple check and make sure that it does. Well, somebody's dying. I don't know if my microphone picked that up, but a siren went by. Yeah, it goes to the right place and everything. Unless it gets grumpy that's not, like, properly capitalized or something. I mean, maybe? Let me edit it. Is it case sensitive now? Oh my god, it is. What the fuck? That's dumb. Hold on. Just gonna... That's so stupid. Also, Blue Sky, please let me edit posts. Yeah, wow, that fucking works. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That is so dumb. What? Why the fuck did they make that change? I can tell you that's not how it used to work. I have proof. Ugh. Well, all right then. Let me, before I forget, transitions. That way y'all can see what the fuck I'm doing. But yes, hi, I am back. I am doing more Minecrafty things. I don't exactly have a plan. I'm just doing more Minecrafty things. I'll figure out a plan as I go. But I wanted to stream, and I was like, panic, because I didn't know what to stream. So I'm like, I'll just stream Minecraft, because I can sit down and do that for a couple of hours. I mean, it's also late in the evening, so something chill would be nice. And I am not turning RoboQuest back on. The only person that can make me is my friend Sage. So FYI, my hand-me-down chair, and I do say that with love because it was hand-me-down from my parents, but because my last chair was already falling apart, now this stupid thing's starting to fall apart. Great. And I already am like well the fuck over budget for buying things like office chairs. That's getting to the point where it's like, I may as well just bring in one of my fucking dining room chairs. Well. Stares at pick a game. I mean, if you want, Jindra. Will I change it right this minute? I mean, we're early enough. Technically, it'd be a bit of a pain in the butt, but... I technically haven't updated my backlogger even with all the new games that I picked up. I say new. One of them I had in the past. Well... I don't think I need to, like, expand this much more. This is, like, supposed to be cave. So, was mostly joking. Fair. You know it's there. I mean, this goes well below where it needs to anyway, so. Right? You can tell I don't really have a plan with this. Yeah, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're on the next floor. Ah. 4. Yeah, the next floor. So... yeah, because that would be ceiling, air, air, air. Air, 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 ceiling, floor. So then technically this would be where I'd have to construct it anyway. This is just going too low. So I could make this like a platform. Instead, I still need cobblestone. So like, better, yeah, well, is that fine? Fine. I'm like, am I doing it bad? My fucking creation. The only bad thing I can do is me being like the usual perfectionist. I can still make like a quarry floor. Granted, I am digging in the side of a mountain, so like, you know. That should be where it stops. Air, 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 sea. Oh, should be air, air. Should be built like here for a platform to then get off. Yeah. Now you want a Minecraft mod that includes geological stability? There's a mod for that. Is there a recently updated mod for that? You got me there. Or more accurately, introduces. Yes, this is still accurate. And because outside of maybe building like some sort of platform structure where the base is with like a thicker pillar because it's like supposed to be supporting it, and then there's like walls around it. Something like that. Where does this end up even? We see that, and then 2, 3. Easily build or dig 1, 2, 3, 4 more in that direction. 3. Four. Meh. That was my last pickaxe. Okay. Sure, somebody will see my food bar and be all like, Mono, why aren't you eating food? And I'll tell them, because I don't fucking have any. And if they tell me, go get some, then I'll hiss at them like a cat. I do have cobblestone. What the fuck? I thought I didn't have any. Hey guys, what do they say about people who assume? Anyway. And I got some wood. Mana, why haven't you built 4 farms already? Because I don't want to. Should not do that. That's so... Ugh. It's like old school offensive, basically. Making fun of specific people. I mean, if I wanted to, I probably could, but the issue is that the farm's true ideal size is really fucking wonky. And I want a bucket anyway to go gather water, so. And I'll show you what I mean. Because, like, one source block of water can, like, water quite a sizable, distance of shenanigans. So, you know. Right. We want this here. Then this should still be in the chunk. Otherwise, I wouldn't have built the wall. Let me go grab the rest of it. Now, granted, the size of the, this is the truly ideal farm because you're maximizing space used and wasting none. The only real issue with it is I have no idea how the fuck you would automate it? Automate it. So, like, there. That's probably where we'd put a door. And I explicitly want it to be a door in this case when digging out and around this. I'm also going to change this to cobble. Keep the ceiling like pure stone. The idea being is we're supporting the foundation. This is a basement. I mean, heck, even making it so that way, like, I can't access the wall on this side because it's part of, like, trying to support that. Makes it work. Hello, Nox. How is you? Excuse me. Did that so reflexively, I couldn't stop myself. That always bugs me. I don't know when I'm going to stop placing cobble down here, so I'll just collect that torch. The floor being cobblestone is mostly optional. Don't know why I want to bring this up on stream. Don't know why I want to bring this up on stream. So, apparently it's been, like, revealed by people that are playing Foam Stars, which, look, man, frankly, even I had light interest in it, but after learning that Square possibly used AI as part of the process, I kind of just said, maybe not. Anyway, so apparently, instead of it just being like, oh, it's like this weird sort of scientifically made foam or whatever the fuck. No. Apparently it's a bodily fluid. What? Okay. Question. Why? I I don't know, just something that's been bothering me today. Like, I've seen it a couple of times that people pointed out, and I'm like, huh. Okay, then. What do I do with that? Like, it's mostly just a big ol' shrug. Like, what do you do with that, indeed? Like, there-ish. Also here. Because I want this pillar to be thicker. Crafting of the mines, mining of the craft. Hello, Bogey, how is you? Savannah. I mean, I'd probably want this one to be about 4 wide. Actually, it means stop there and can... 2, 3, 4. I want to do like a 1 to try to keep it semicircular. 1, 2, 3, 4. Except that, well, good. Never thought you'd see me play Minecraft. Why? Hold on. Why? Why would I not play Minecraft? That's imperfect anyway. Don't know, maybe branding. I mean, I don't really hold like any grudges against the developers. I hold a grudge against the original creator. That's why I say that Minecraft was made by Hatsune Miku, but everybody else, nah, they're fine, man. Ow. Okay. There we go. Now it makes more sense in my brain. You meant stream branding. The games I typically play. Minus anything you do on your own time. You're gonna do a dumb. Someone pick a weapon from Monster Hunter. Hammer. Let's see. This I do want to make out of cobblestone because, like, keeping it natural is usually more sturdy because it's like all purely like one bit of stone. But also, like, you know, what if this wasn't purely stone? What if there was gravel here or something originally and I need to support it? Plus, like, digging a tunnel, digging in raw stone is not going to make clean cuts. So you're gonna have to stack some shit. So how old is your world? New one or one you've been working on? This is new. Because, spoiler alert, I don't like Minecraft that much. When I'm playing it to, like, beat it, anyway. I will specify. When I'm just being creative like this, Minecraft's a chill time. And I don't mind it too much. But, like, if my objective isn't, like, something silly that, like, was made up for the world, or, is kicking around trying to, like, beat the Ender Dragon, I just lose all fucking motivation. Like, I had to force myself to actually beat the Ender Dragon and mark Minecraft off in my backloggery as beaten, finally. Now that I've done that, I'm like, never fucking again. People play Minecraft to beat it? Yes, what do you think speedrunning is? People speedrun Minecraft. Like, it's a thing. And for a while, Minecraft was one of my, quote-unquote, white whales, as it were. Because, like, I had owned it for a while, but I'd never beaten it. Okay, I can dig this bit out. I'm joking, I know that. I just never really played it to beat it. Well, I did so many times. And the thing is Minecraft is a great, like, little creative medium to do whatever the fuck you want with it. Minecraft is a terrible game. Just straight up. Which I know sounds controversial as fuck, but hear me out. If you play the game to go in and beat the Ender Dragon, you're gonna have a bad time. Comparatively, if you go in to just use creative mode or do all the hard work, I suppose, but all you're doing is like, hey, check this out. I made heresy. I made a fucking, like, Pokemon Red emulator in Minecraft. Which, by the way, still blows my fucking mind that people have done that. Then yeah, no, Minecraft is a wondrous fucking, like, invention of a video game. It's also a great basis for mods, as, like, has been done and continues to be done. However, in the same way that I look at Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout 3, New Vegas actually has a halfway decent story, so it's exempt. You know, and, like, some of those games are fine by themselves, but if you take a real critical look at some of their designs, plural, you start to see some flaws and cracks that you're like, oh, modding can, like, change that and make it better, or, oh, modding can change this into a wholly other game. Here's the thing, if you're buying a game for the mods, you're not buying the game to play the game. So don't buy the game. Go buy a game that'll scratch that specific itch. Which I know it's hard to do sometimes, but be surprised what you can find out there. So it really does bug me, right? When it's like, oh yeah, Minecraft is incredible and, like, so good. And I'm over here like, it's shit. You people wouldn't know a good game if it slapped you in the face. But that said, it does make a fun little thing for Mana to show off that Mana has literally no idea how the fuck to make a castle. Because that's kind of what I'm supposed to be doing right now, but I'm doing a weird thing where I'm building it all in, like, 16 by 16 chunks. And, like, it's genuinely a chunk. So it's like, is this a castle, or is this just a, like, a child's, like, first base? And my answer to you is, I'm not entirely sure. Like, I want it to be a castle. That's all I got. I want it to be a castle. That's just where the statement ends. But yeah, this floor is like, this floor wasn't even originally in my vision, because I wanted it to be like, this is storage. This is the basement, because this is where you store everything, because it's like meant to be a living space castle. And then this floor, I'm going to do like some living quarters shit. And then I'll probably do another floor where it's like, that will actually be the bedroom. And I'll also go to some other chunks. It'll basically be a tower of a castle. And then some dude in a green tunic's gonna come by with a fairy and an ocarina, and then I'm gonna have to fight him, and then the tower's gonna crumble. Wait, that's the wrong game. I should make more of these. But yeah, Minecraft is mostly carried by the person who is streaming it, which is another good reason why, like, it's a pretty good stream game, even if you're just chilling with it. Because, like, there's... The only time interesting shit is going to be happening on screen in Minecraft is if I already did all the hard work off screen, and now I'm going to do some other shit. You know? Because, like, nobody watches Minecraft to watch other people build. And if you do, they're doing it at like 20 times speed or whatever. They're doing a time lapse. I mean, I also just need a shitload of cobblestone because I am basic as fuck and I build all my castles out of stone brick. And if I'm feeling spicy, I use red brick. God, say you don't know what you're doing as far as building shit in Minecraft without saying that you don't know what you're doing building shit in Minecraft. That's me. And then I would want to be careful going in that direction. Except it's not even wide enough for me to, like, fully dig into it. So, like, we just... Yeah, I would basically stop at this wall. Reason to dig through it. Maybe I'll think of something to do down here. Don't know why. My brain was like, hey, do y'all know X? The guy who does X, or did, rather. Sometimes he, like, resurrects it from the, like, grave. X, who did X's Adventures in Minecraft, David64YT, or just, I think he's just David nowadays. Or David X. Yeah. I mean, as far as I'm aware, he's doing fine. I'm not, like, friends or anything with him. He was one of the, like, couple of dudes that, like, really sold me on finally getting Minecraft back when it was in alpha. I know it was him and I think Paul Soares Jr. that were primarily responsible for folks getting into Minecraft. I think for me, it was definitely him. Because, like, you know, I do all this in Minecraft. I'm like, man, this is a time. It takes time, all right. That's, like, part of its design and part of its charm when you're just, like, digging around doing random bullshit. I have built a Narcocuckoo gun lance. You didn't build a hammer? Oh, man. Trying to think. How much room do I've got? I don't think I have any more room once I get hit to 4. If I dig through that, that's gonna be... That one is being worked on. Okay. Yeah, nope, that's the end of the hallway. And I do kind of like how if you like look around, it's like, you know, transitions into, you know, dugout, 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 smooth, smooth, and dead end. Very much implies like unfinished basement of a basement. And then this is where I'm going to do most of the actual proper digging. But it does have to start with me digging around the actual perimeter of this, basically. Is a weapon I planned on using while pursuing someone else through low-high rank. I'm hear about it. Hear about Power World lately? Yes, I have. I will not stream that game. Primarily because I don't have it, but I'm not going to acquire it while I know that the developer is currently working on a game or has possibly released a game in the past that will use generative AI for image creation, which isn't really image creation rather than image regurgitation. But, you know, in short, I'm not going to support the dev. But if you've already done it, like, it's probably too late to refund, and even then, that's a future game. Power World doesn't have any of it, so fine, ultimately. Image compilation. That's not inaccurate. That's not inaccurate. Gonna dig around the chunk. What I would like for like this stone quarry situation is like if you ultimately like zoomed out from this, like at some point you just see like the chunk that I built the tower and then all of this stone removed from it and like the one lonely staircase or ladder coming from the like door. I was just bringing it up since it was a big thing with the internet, probably for 5 seconds in internet time. I mean, part of the reason why it's a big thing with the internet is it's Ark Survival Evolved, but with Pokemon, basically. Plus guns. And also copious amounts of very questionable things in it that make me go like, come on, really? For example, and I only know this because I watched Ant Dude's little brief video on it. Brief. About 40 minutes more of gameplay of Power World than I'm normally willing to, like, sit through. You can just butcher the pals, and, like, that's fine by itself, but also you can capture other humans? And then upon capturing other humans, you can then butcher them? That's totally fine and normal and not utterly fucked up from a... It's too edgy, you know what I mean? Like, it really does feel like shit's being edgy for edgelord's sake, and that's just... That's not a vibe, dog. Power World basically doing the things real Pokemon will never do. I mean, that is accurate. Once the edge dies down, it won't be as fun or fresh. I'm not sure about that, but I wouldn't be too surprised. If I just counted right. Sure did. And like, I mean, by itself, the idea is fine, you know? Creature collecting game in an open world survival style, like, genre. Not really something that's been done before. I'm not gonna lie. As I said, my only real issue is with the developer. Beyond that, I'm so frustratingly, I'm so genuinely disinterested in the game that I just don't fucking care. Like, I don't want it, and I don't really care too much to talk about it outside of what I know. Devs are sus from everything I've heard of. I mean, basically. Like, again, I did bring up that, they are either in the midst of developing or have already developed a game which uses generative AI to provide images for a sort of, like, social deduction game. And, like, that's the main focus of that game, and I don't want to support devs that are creating games like that. But again, beyond that, I'm not sure if... Like, I think it's pretty much been confirmed that Palworld doesn't necessarily use AI. If it did, it might have done it in the concept art phase. Devs are pretty much denying anything about it using AI from every angle. The real big thing is, like, and something Pokemon is investigating, or rather Nintendo, is that, like, people aren't 100% certain if the game is 100% copyright unique or exempt, I suppose. Because people suspect that possibly some models have been lifted from Pokemon and then otherwise adjusted. Whether or not that is the case, I don't know. Don't take that as fact. That's simply speculation from folks. And that's something for Nintendo to resolve. Because they're the copyright holders and everything. Nintendo doing Nintendo things regardless. I mean, you're not wrong. Somebody, like, straight up made a mod that did rip the models and such from actual Pokemon, and then Nintendo stepped in quite suddenly to say, nope, take that down. But probably primarily because the guy was making money off of that mod. That's a big no-no. Like, you use their imaging and branding and whatnot. If you're, like, relatively obscure, like, they might not do anything for starters, unless, like, they feel it damages the brand or otherwise can be confused as one of their games. Because, you know, you're using their copyright for your fan-made game, and there are no copyright protections in Japan, mind you. So you just get into a whole shitload of weird international laws when you, like, you're an American that made a fan game of Pokemon. Okay, whose law actually applies then? 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. But in the case of Palworld, like, in this case, is there anything that actually requires Nintendo to be all like, all right, cease and desist, change the fucking models or take your game down? We don't care which. So, from what I'm aware of, that's what they're currently discussing with their lawyers. Like, they're actually trying to find if they have a case. And if they do, expect to see the devs of Palworld freak the fuck out for a little bit. If they don't, then end of story. I do find it interesting that Nintendo hasn't fully used their ban hammer yet. It's because, like, in the case when it comes to suing someone else, in order for a lawsuit to actually go through successfully, there cannot be plausible deniability of, like, you know, your claim, or there cannot be the plausibility that your claim ends up being wrong. Like, it has to be, without a doubt, your claim is correct if you are the prosecution. So part of that is you have to prove that something's happening. In this case, the models were actually ripped. It's our copyright, ergo there are damages. The money that you've been earning could hurt our bottom line because you're using assets that we paid people to make that we own. You know, that sort of thing. If Nintendo feels like they don't have a case for that, they're not going to bring it to court, because if they tried it and then Palworld accepted it and then the court didn't throw it out and it found out that Nintendo basically filed a frivolous case, Nintendo pays the price. And usually it just pays for like Palworld's lawyers, but they still have to pay for their own. Bear in mind, I'm not like actual professional legal advice. This is just shit that I've learned a little bit here and there. But I mean, that's kind of the long and short of it, really. Like, Nintendo is genuinely trying to figure out, like, do we have a case here? Because if they have a case, they will swing that big dick around. And unlike the little developers that made Palworld, Nintendo actually has the finances to back up their lawsuit. So they feel they have a case. They will throw a lot of money at it. So if that does happen, it might be better for the devs of Palworld to just quietly accept outside of, you know, courtroom doors and just be all like, all right, fine. And then take their game down or whatever the hell Nintendo's demands are. Mostly just to keep it out of the record books, because we do want something that's like, I mean, you'd mostly want to do that to keep it out of the record books, because then, like, if legally it's brought in, like, court again, but this time, like, Nintendo has less of a case, like, Palworld might be citable as a, well, we made this as our judgment then, ergo, this is our judgment now. They are guilty of copyright infringement, and then it just, you know, can go from there. Again, not professional legal advice. I'm just, like, speculating at this point. All I know is if I was a developer that made Palworld, I wouldn't have made Palworld. I would have quit the team a long time ago. But also, I'd be shitting myself if Nintendo were thinking about throwing a lawsuit in my direction, because, yeah, it's kind of obvious. But yeah, again, like I otherwise don't fucking care about Palworld. The most I care is, like, I kind of hope it crashes and burns, but otherwise, like, if people are enjoying it, that's their prerogative. I don't fucking care. Like, you do you. It might inspire somebody to, like, make an open world crafting survival monster collecting game. Hell, maybe Digimon will fucking set their foot in there. They've got everything they ever could fucking need to do that, actually. But, yeah, no, like, you know, as it stands, just, oh no, I'm starving. Whatever will I do? We got at least one more, like, unsmithed. Yeah, I do. We'll use this one lump of coal. Why? Because I can. Anyway, boop, boop. All right, hang on. Ow. 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 There's, ow. 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 Yeah, that's a good spot. Flash a sign! I didn't fall very far. All right. Oh, and for folks that weren't here when last I explained it, I turned drop items on death off. This is the story of how the mana died and then was brought back to life. How many do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I definitely don't have that much in coal, and I don't have that much either. I say I don't even. Yeah, it's like 3. Yeah, so I've got a total for 6. 6 stacks of 64. He got better, though. Sure fucking did. Anyway, you gotta head out. Nice seeing you mining and crafting. Hey, thanks for visiting, Bogey. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of the day? Night? I'm not entirely sure. Have a good one. Anyway, sure, let's make that farmland. I mean, already I'm going to run into a problem because this is a fucking... This is a weird one, gang. So already, like, water can go out by, like, 4 blocks of a water source. However, it's not specified that it needs to be, like, water source both are capitalized is the thing. And water can flow about 8 blocks away. So from that, you can do some bullshit. Is this big enough? I'm not entirely sure this is big enough. Oh, I so want to solar punk this. Well, either way. I'd probably want to keep just enough room so I can walk on the outskirts of this. At a worst. And no matter what, I don't want it to overlap into any other chunks. The idea is that everything in a chunk has to be self-contained. Mostly. If I decide that I want to expand my weird house structure into more chunks, I can do that. Part of why it's built the way it is. That's ceiling and that's floor. Yeah, so then I can just build stuff and then I'd have some sort of solar punk shenanigans. Anyway, it's getting dark. And I might move this farm ultimately, but I need to go get water. I should make a second bucket too. Also, hang on. I want to get distracted really quick. Eh. A girlfriend going on about Valentine's Day plans, basically. I'm excited. It's been a while since I had a partner for Valentine's Day. I already got their gift sorted. I will not say it in case they ever watch the VOD, but because they've been on my channel before. Hello? Excuse you, the fuck? What? Okay, that's like now super fucking cool. Minecraft can generate some pretty neat things sometimes. And probably at some point we'll actually like start making a mine. That's probably what that ladder will lead to. All right. Got the stuff I need for a... Blech. Pardon moi. A very convenient source of water. Yeah, that's fine since this isn't leveled yet. There, infinite water. There's also a setting you can turn on where you can make it so you can get infinite lava. Doing that too. Anywho. So, and again, I do want to test this. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And that there. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words are never gonna hurt me. All right. So if I'm right, immediately. Yep. Right, because I turned the tick speed way the fuck up. So yeah, the max is 4 away. Now the other question I need to have answered, how far can this flow? 2, 6, 7. Flow 7 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's gonna pose an issue. Because I can't have the full size of that and then still make a farm. Because efficiency. Like, yes, you can technically make it so it's like, oh yeah, there's the one block and everything, but this is an irrigation system at this point. And this makes sense too. So it can be 8 blocks wide. However, of course, you need to remember that this can flow in multiple directions. So then all of this, including the corners, can go out to a length of 4 blocks. When there's water flowing in it. Does make me wonder. Sheep. If I would rather try to do something odd. And just bite the bullet and make a multi-chunk structure. I don't have the dirt for it, but... knowing where I want things to end up, we'll just kind of do a little bit of measure. 2, 3, 4. I don't want to use dirt. 2, 3. So obviously this is not going to be optimal for several reasons, but I can use this to kind of like narrow down where I want it to end up being. And like at this point, it will give me an area that I can fence off. And go from there. So I could, and this was an idea that did cross my mind, I could make it so there's a, because this should work, an infinite water source in the middle that then flows double wide, so there's a little bit of like wasted space. But then 4 out from that still follows the chunk rule. We end up with like some pretty good stuff. So then 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, this poses the next problem. That hits right at the end of this chunk. Okay. So I'm going to need to figure out where the center is, because it's a 2x2 structure. So then because of that, we have 14 on the other side. Cut it in half. We actually have 8. Technically, and then the one. That doesn't seem right. So we take the 16, we cut it in half. We then have 32 blocks on one side. No, that can't be right. Yeah, no. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, that is right. That ends up being a giant fucking structure. So basically how that works is that suddenly only part of the farm is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then like maybe some walkway around the field inside. And then you can build a fence like here. And then it would only like go so far out. But basically, the source is here. Well, in this little sector, basically. Oh, Nelly. Oh, jeepers. So for this to work, I need... And at least thankfully in doing that, there's still like 7 out in up into this corner that's usable. So I think from there it's all self-contained inside the chunk. At least it should be. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then that's where it flows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit. It is still going to need neighboring chunks. At least I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Basically, at this point, I'm gonna have to dig it so I have a physical. 2, 3, 6, 7. So basically, we just need a corner. Eight, and then we dig this way. Then we're left with this chunk. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. So we're left with like a little 3x3 chunk that I can then just like, you know, put a fence corner on. So that way there's a 2x2 walkway inside. Walk around the field instead of within it, just for aesthetical purposes. And then it basically wraps around most of the chunk except for like a dead end section. Okay. Okay. I think this works out okay. The only real trouble is I need a lot of dirt. So first I'm going to go to sleep. Then I'm going to make a stone shovel, or 2, or 3, or 6. We're going to dig up dirt. And then we're going to start building this. And once I do, we will start making the farm. I'm not going to make them out of iron. Not that it's a waste, but because I only have so much iron left. We are. Okay. Yeah, so leave around tongue. Leave alone anything part of this chunk that's, you know, needs to be flat, but otherwise I could, for example, level out this chunk because I'm going to need it. And then this chunk can still do its own thing. This is part of the new chunk. Okay. Just do that real quick. Because I don't know if I want this to like be up a level from this chunk or down a level from that chunk. Probably up a level from this chunk. Actually, no. Down a level from that chunk. Because the fence... Excuse me. The fence will crawl along some of the side of this chunk. So if it's touching against a wall anyway, like, I could get rid of the fence if I really wanted to. But I probably won't. I should be counting how much of this I've been removing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, halfway. 9. 10. Anyway, what games did I pick up? The Sakuya, like, Toho first-person shooter. I picked that up. Because, you know, boomer shooter aesthetic, and also it's a Toho Sakuya game, and it's like, I know that character. I have, like, vaguely some attachment to them. I think it's gonna be fun. I also bought Kenshi. I bought Lethal Company. Am I going to scream like a little girl? Maybe. Will I play it on stream? Maybe. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do I know mostly what I'm supposed to do with that game? Yes, because I've been watching a bunch of YouTubers play it. So it's not that hard to follow along with. Hey, not bad. First shovel broken. What else did I buy? Impossible Creatures. I technically own the physical CD of it. Which, from what I can recall, if you have the CD key for, you can put that into Steam, and Steam will be all like, okay, your game has been added to your library. Here's the problem. I don't know what teenager me did with that CD key, but it's not on the CD case. And it's not in the booklet. So, I mean, it was only $10. Not a big deal. 6, 7, 10. But I am reminded I am bad at impossible creatures. But it's a real-time strategy game for those that don't know, where you combine critters. And with those critters combined, you make a unit. And with that unit, you go and stomp on the enemy, kind of, sort of. Not really. 6, 7. Yeah, just finish 15. 16. Didn't think I would make a multi-chunk structure already, but hey, that's what you do when you want all the wheat in the world. I bought Kenshi on recommendation from a friend, which is apparently like a very open world. What I've seen, I thought it was like a CRPG. So something like Baldur's Gate, where it's open world, open-ended gameplay. Kind of do whatever the hell you want sort of game. But I mean, I'm not 100% certain. Screenshots say one thing, gameplay says another. Let's actually start laying down some dirt. So it does indeed have to be level, and it does have to be 16 out. Which is a problem, because this gets kind of deep. Clear the area. You know what? It's bothering me. What other games did I acquire? Was that it? Oh, no. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order was on sale, so I picked that up. It was on a big sale. Like, it was fucking $7 or something. I forget. Is that the first one or the second one? I think it's the first one. So some Jedi Souls-like for me. Needy Streamer Overload. I just heard good things about it. I know it's gonna get psychological and shit. You don't have to tell me. And Lunistis. Because it's a really inexpensive, like, 3D platformer inspired by the Sega Dreamcast and, like, aesthetic and stuff. Which is, like, all of my jam. I don't think I need to tell you. I mean, I also have to level that out. So I've got a library. Really, after I'm done with stream, I will kick open Kenshi and see what the fuck's going on there. And then report back on, like, Blue Sky or something. Because I'm basically done with Twitter. I've all but abandoned shit, basically. 6, 7. Like, I keep popping on occasionally to see if anybody else I follow. 12, 13, 14, 16. Oof. Dropped, like, their Blue Sky. Oops. Is it? There we go. Hey, right on the mark. Their Blue Sky information, so I can follow them on Blue Sky instead. A fair few actually have, but not everybody, which is fine. I know there are going to be people that I follow that are going to get lost in the shuffle. And hopefully I'll find them again. But otherwise, the other option would be to, like, work from the fucking top of my, like, following list to the bottom. And I'm already working on one list that's got over 1,000 items on it. I'm not going to work on a second one. Speaking of, Steam wishlist is now over halfway done. I've got, what's the official statistic? I told a couple of people what the official statistic was. It's like another 520 something games to sort through. Or, no, that's not accurate. Hold on. It's gonna bug me. Do 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 do. I told a couple of people. I think I did not tell my partner. Hold on. Who did I tell? Who the fuck did I tell? The fuck? No, I told somebody. Who the fuck did I tell? It is moments like these. I'm glad you guys can't see my fucking Discord. I would get banned. Who the fuck did I tell? Who the fuck did I tell? Did I tell anybody? Okay, yeah, because it was last night. Yeah, I got through 565 games total, and now there's 548 to go. So I was right. It is like 500 something. I knew I fucking, like, kind of low-key bragged about it. It's definitely not something worth bragging about. Like, this is my hyperfixation. Here are all the thingamabwhatsits that I want. I have sorted through over half of them. Like, even then, the games that I purchased today, like, not... Well, actually, most of them were from the... Pretty much all of them were from the wish list. Except Impossible Creatures. That one wasn't on there because, like, I had it, and I thought I could add it. But I couldn't, because I didn't have the CD key. So, fuck me, I guess. Anyway. I definitely went out too far. I'll bring that back down, because I need that dirt. Okay, and then I have to fill all of that in. Oh, and I have to replace all of this stone with dirt. So I'm going to try to do that real quick. When is Valentine's Day? I think it's a Tuesday, isn't it? No, it's not. What's today? Today's like the 7th. No. No, Mana. Mana. Today is like the 9th. God damn it. No, it's the 8th. Okay. VOD Date is next week on a Wednesday. Nothing to worry about. I got enough sticks. Ooh. Ooh. All the stuff is done smelting. Hang on. Oops. Nom, 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 nom. Only 6, but like, hey, it's a start. Oop. There we are. 6 stacks of brick. I have to figure out where I want to put a staircase in this, like, sector at some point. If I even want to do a staircase. I probably do. Not doing a staircase just feels weird. Feels like something I put in a mine. You know, a ladder. I never tried to level this side out, huh? Ow! Fuck. At least not yet. Oof. I should get some soundproofing, like, stuff in this room. Wouldn't hurt my job, neither. ultimately wanted it to be that, like, either side I could just poke out and, like, do stuff. So I don't see why not. Why is there a wild cat out here? Those spawn at villages. Why is there just a random cat? Huh. Weird. Well, anyway. Get the last of this bullshit out. And we'll fill the hole with dirt. That I don't think is enough. Yeah, no. I was gonna say call it a hunch, but then it just mathematically didn't work. Well, I want to exit. There's barely anything to take off this. Most of it's got to be leveled off. Oof. You know, if this were a super flat world, yeah, but where would all the fun go? Oops. I need more dirt, so I'm digging up along. Damn it. Ah, there we go. Just do stuff when you're like, I don't know how to talk at the moment. I'm just vibing. And digging's got that pace where it's like, all right, we're going at a certain beats per minute. Can I do anything cool? And it's like, I can beatbox because I don't have any fucking bars. God, have you ever, like, just out of the blue made an effort to, like, just freestyle rap off the top of your head? I have. And let me tell you, it was embarrassing. I didn't do it to anybody or for anybody, but I did it, and I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. It's not easy to rhyme on the spot, let me tell you. I'm not going to fully level this out, but... And again, because I don't want to lose any of this. Thankfully, it makes this easier. Yes, hello, cat. Down to 2 shovels. Oh. There's nothing to worry about if I dig up the block underneath it. There's still that worry of, like, placing a block on top of it will not generate any seeds. That's technically a waste of the leaf, or grass, rather. And I would rather keep making use of the supplies, even if I no longer need seeds, because you never know when you're going to need more of them. And otherwise, you just have to wait for your wheat to grow. Oops. Well. That really is the variance between 2, so I'll return that. Because it could be 1 down, or it could be 1 up. But if that's 1 down, which it's probably going to be, then that could be 1 down, and that's the 1 down height. I mean, hell, I didn't even level the whole thing. Started to. Because I know I'm not going to go up with this, because I want it to be like a smooth, clean exit from the interior, from the floor. Like over there. Am I actually done over there? I think I am. Yipper. Oh god, leveling that's going to be a pain. Plus, it'll look so unnatural if it's just dirt. But that otherwise requires smooth stone, and I don't want to use smooth stone like that. So I think what I'd rather do is, like, do something solar punk there and do something solar punk there and make, like, an elevator. Or an elevator-like structure. That is probably an insufficient number of blocks still. Well, to fill 2 chunks. I can probably fill the middle one to what I need to be. Actually, scratch that. Oh my god, scratch that. There are so many, because every layer I need 14 by 14 blocks. Which already 16 by 16 is like 132 or something. No, it's... What is 16 by 16? 256. So I took out 16 plus 15 plus 15 plus 14. So that's 30. That's easy. That's 64. I took out 64. At least that should be 64, right? That's 60. Yeah, it's 60. I at least took out 60 of that. Yeah, so every layer I need 196 blocks maximum. I don't think I have what I need, because there's one layer that requires 195. Minus the 4 in the middle, 14, 14, 14, 14. So minus 56 plus 4. Minus another 60. Wow, how the fuck? Well, actually, I can recover some of the blocks from these edges. I need them. Or they'll be dug out anyway, but save that for a minute. Actually start filling this in. But Mana, why are you filling the whole thing in? Why not just fill it to a point? Because this bothers me. I'd rather it not be hollow, because that means mobs can spawn in there, and I don't want mobs spawning in here. Because I'm not going to, like, create a thing for every, like, chunk that I claim, basically, or use. My little restrictiveness here is just because I want, like, things to build and play with. And 16 by 16 is a pretty big space to play with per chunk. And, like, now it'll be ordered and organized, and if I make a map in-game, which segments itself dependent on chunks, typically, this should be, like, clearly on those chunks. Making it easier to distinguish. Because, like, there will just be this flat land, you're like, oh, yeah, no, that's home base. Oh, yeah, I need a lot more dirt. I could use other crap to fill this in, mind. There's really nothing stopping me from using other crap. I guess it would just bug me, because if I ever dig through it, I'd rather it be consistent throughout. So I guess it's future-proofing, because if it's not consistent throughout, it's going to bother me when it's like, there's dirt, there's clay, there's... Why is there stone here? What the fuck? Why'd I put obsidian in here? Instead, I'd rather just dig through with dirt. But again, like, if it starts getting too tall and it gets harder to, like, conceal it, that's where I'd, like, probably start considering using, like, smooth stone. I don't like using smooth stone, like I said before, so I would just sooner do something where I build something underneath it, and then build whatever I want on top of it. So it's like, oh, well, now it just looks like it was something that was built there. So I'd probably, again, elevator structure or something. I'm out of shovel. No, I got one more. Let's finish leveling this out. Pretty much every level from these chunks that I end up leveling out is like another level I can fill through that. Yeah, that's basically how it works, huh? Now, if only I could just move the whole chunk level and just plonk it right there. Bet you there's a mod for that. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I was a little off tempo. I think I was rushing a bit. Welcome to the private musings of one mana. While I don't always talk out loud like this, them's basically the thoughts that run through my head. Yeah. No. Bad. Not actually bad. There it goes. Man, I would need iron in order to like fully level a level. That'll fade. Give it a bit. Really? What's upsetting is I ended up using a like charge on the hoe for that. All this just to make some ideally spaced farmland, I swear. Or ideally used, rather. But I mean, what's neat is like I also get to demonstrate like, so this is how you would optimally use water and da 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 da. Granted, not in this case because like it's not neat and pretty. Because I want it to be neat and pretty. I mean, I could finish off the rest of it with my hand. It's fine. Just takes forever and a half. You know, question for any guests in chat if they want to answer. And it's totally random. What's your good karaoke song? I would be impressed if somebody in chat answers that instead of just like, the fuck are you doing, Mana? I'm just curious, man. Because, like, one, I fucking like singing. I don't sing on stream. Though I could technically make a redeem for that. Oh, there's a... What the fuck? There's a village over there. That's why the cat's over here. Huh. Anyway. Like, I could easily make a redeem of, like, Mana, sing a song! And I could be all like, the only songs I know are copywritten. But granted, there's plenty of songs I could sing that wouldn't get me in trouble. I mean, hell, songs from Cassette Beasts would be fine, for example. Well, I say that, but I actually don't know that. I should probably look into that. Ooh, excuse me. I didn't... What? Son of a bitch. Because this, fun fact, is part of this chunk, and I didn't give it its ring. Ah, hell. Need that. 7, 8. Need that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfectly lined up, and it is. Good stuff. 4, 6, 7. Damn it. It's right there. Well, we know the rest of it that needs to be filled in, basically. So the whole ass layer of like 196 dirt blocks minus 60, so I think it's more like 136, which is like nearly 3 full stacks. Plus what I need to finish there, so that's probably like 5 stacks of dirt. In defense of the game, I brought this upon myself. That should be correctly made of height. So air, 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 ceiling, floor. Yep. That height is appropriate. So then I probably want this chunk to go down a level, maybe. Doing a lot of chunk leveling, but then again, I'm trying to fucking, you know, get this farm off the ground. And I will, don't worry. I could go over there and rob their crops, but I won't. I'll be a good neighbor. For now. Oh, good. I ran out of the ability to sprint. Well, you all know what that means. Because I want to be able to sprint. Whee! That didn't kill me. Throw a sign up, everybody. Just landed on my back and died. But I got better. And when that's all you need to do to fill your fucking hunger meter, you respawn, and at worst, you dropped your shit, which if you did that unintentionally, you didn't drop your shit. Why the fuck do we have a hunger meter? Anyway. I won't get on my soapbox about that, and this time I genuinely promise. Lord only knows how annoying it can actually end up being. Just bothers me, okay? And if it bothers me, that's kind of the end of the story. Other people can be perfectly fine with it. And they probably are, for all I know. I don't understand the appeal. But all right, whatever. I'm wandering around, and it's like, I know what I need to do. What am I doing? So I'm just more interested in talking. Yeah, so this stops there. So then we get our, like, water flowing in. Ow. Nippo. Do do. Do 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 do. There we go. Just to make it easier. And outside of making pure wooden tools, these are the cheapest tools I can make anyway, so as well. Where's the sun? Damn it. But I want it to stay day. But it's not a creative world. Aww, I don't want to use the bed. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna probably want this down a level anyway. This is already 16 long, I think, so. Stops. Usually these sort of like mass gathering projects work better in like later game when you have like diamond tools and shit. Me, I'm just being stubborn and picky about it. And that's why, that might be why I'm not great at real-time strategies, because there's a lot of, you can't be picky about it. You also can't be indecisive about it. And, I mean, that's in large part why I'm not, like, really patient when it comes to 4X games and real-time strategy games. Because I want to be perfect. So I, like, memorize shit to do to make sure that I have, like, ideal starts. And when I don't have those ideal starts, I just end up getting frustrated. It's the worst. I'm sure I'm not alone out there, but, like, I want to enjoy 4X games more, and I want to play games like Stellaris and actually enjoy them, in large part because my fucking best friend Sage loves them. But it's like, it's really hard for me to, like, keep it up and stay in them. Like, we all saw what happened with the, like, Stellaris series that I did on here, and that was fine. But then just, it's hard to stay hyped with it when I'm so bad at it, you know? Because, like, everybody ends up getting ahead of me. I'm not playing with people that are, like, of similar skill level, and the people that are of similar skill level, I don't, like, necessarily know how or if I want to collaborate with, or just end up murdering anyway. Like, that's probably why I would sooner, rather, or sooner, do the stuff with, like, the role-playing elements. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Did I miscount over here? Hold on. Not here. Huh. Interesting. Oh, good, an Enderman. But, like, yeah. But also, Stellaris is a particularly bad example because it's a real-time strategy 4X game. Like, after so many moments, the game basically goes through another turn. But, like, everything is moving in real time. Everything fights in real time. And, like, you can make snap decisions in real time. And it's like, so that gives it a really high skill floor, and then gives it an exceptionally tall skill ceiling. And, like, I like seeing the shit that, like, you know, Sage comes up with the game and everything when they, you know, showed me stuff about it. But as far as, like, my personal feelings towards the game, it's like, I feel too dumb for this game. And that's not something, you know, say I was the target demographic. That's not something as a game developer you want your target demographic to say. Like, if they say I feel too dumb for this game, that's bad. Again, if they're your target demographic. I know I'm not Stellaris' target demographic. Like, I'm nerdy and I like space shit, but their target demographic are people that like games like, not Age of Empires. What the fuck is that game called? The other Paradox game where you play as a king and shit. Was it Crusader Kings? Might have been Crusader Kings. But yeah, just like kingdom management games that are like on a smaller level, smaller scope, but still end up being very similar in the way that they're, like, you know, approached. Because, like, it's real-time strategy, but it's also 4X, so you have to manage multiple things. Or I don't remember if it's actually fucking real-time strategy, but I definitely know it's a big game. Like, it requires a lot of brain power to play. I know I'd be just as awful at it. And I mean, shiitake mushrooms, dog. I've been trying to play Endless Legends, and I'm proving pretty often that I'm not great at it. But I, at the very least, like Endless Legends more. Mostly because, like, you can take your time to think about what your next move is if you need to. Because it's a turn-based 4X game. Civilization is like a better stepping stone, probably, because they design their shit for the general audience, the general public. But it's like, I don't want to play Civ, man. I also have a bad time with Civ. God. Places where I can dig up dirt. I can start. I don't know, because it's gonna be fuck. That'll probably also be like up there, so I don't want to remove any dirt from it. Blah. I know where I can get dirt. I don't want to dig it up, though. Because if I dig it up, I'm going to have to figure out, like, what I'm going to build under it. And I don't want to figure that out at the moment. A little bit of luck. And none of this should break out into, like, the side of a mountain. I don't think it's going to be enough, but it's a start. But also, like, you know, Endless Legends also has a tactics game element to it. Because when you go into combat, like, everybody scrambles. Your army situates themselves on a little map that's based on, like, the grid-like map that you're playing on. And then you fucking play a tactics game for the battle. And, like, provided that your units are, like, equally matched, you might be real shitty at the 4X part, but if you're really good at the, like, tactics battle stuff, you might still be able to eke out some victories based on that. And, like, some powerful ones. Like, I definitely know in my current, quote, practice game, unquote, of Endless Legends, I actually declared war on somebody because, like, they're the merchants of the game, but the merchants have a specific power where it's like, hey, you're no longer allowed to use the marketplace. And because I was kind of pissing them off throughout some of the game, I was afraid that they were going to use that power on me. And if they got removed from the game after that point and they didn't remove that from me, then I'd be permanently locked out of using the market. And as far as I'm aware, outside of quests in Endless Legends, the market is the only place where you can recruit new heroes. And I don't want to be locked out of that. So I declared war on them with the sole intention of, I'm going to kill you. Also because, like, I played on the new world map setting where everybody starts on the same continent. There are 2 continents, but one of them has nobody on it, and as a result, the game can place a lot of later game resources there that you won't have access to on the first continent, because the game intentionally makes it so the first continent does not spawn mid to late game resources or luxury goods. So you only have, like, titanium and glass steel, and then, like, gold, spice, emeralds, basic baby luxury goods on the first continent. So it incentivizes you to try to, like, get ahead technologically or get ahead militaristically as soon as you can to either, you know, get off the main continent and, like, go take over the new land, or browbeat everybody else so they don't fucking cross you. while you, like, I don't know, strong arm your way through their technologies to then go take over the new land. Or financially do it, or diplomatically do it. You know, all sorts of things. But if played improperly, like, you can end up being in the situation that I'm in, where... And then I think it's infinite. Yep, that's new source block. And that should be perfectly stopped on all sides. It sure is. Cool. So now we can start doing the farm stuff. Or... It's also raining, so all this stuff can be watered. This does have quite a bit of overlap. But as far as I have been able to find, this is still, like, the most optimal, like, way to arrange your water. So that way it's like one source block makes this many plowable fields. And again, that's without, like, trying to do anything fancy with the flowing water to try to, like, further optimize it. Like, instead of making it flow straight out, you make it flow in, like, you know, a particular pattern, but then, like, there's more overlap that way. And this made me go through more than just, like, a singular stone hoe. But I mean, with this, I can feasibly start farming. This also feels like someone will look at this and be all like, what blasphemy is this? Because I'm using flowing water blocks instead of all source blocks for the farm. Oh no, I broke the hoe. But yeah, see, like, that's absolutely a thing that'll happen. Don't want to jump on the land. But, like, people cover the fucking source blocks of their farm anyway. This isn't going to be any different. And if it bothered people that much, I could just fill all that with source blocks. But then people would be mad because it's like, if you have that many source blocks, why don't you space them out or something? Says the straw man in my head. And the easy answer to that is... Sorry, the fly in my head took over for a minute. The easy answer to that is because fuck you, aesthetics, that's why. This isn't very aesthetical anyway. But, like, I could just, like, make a bunch of smooth stone and, like, you know... I mean, hell, I think if I were to, like... Yeah, it kind of fucks it up for a little bit. And, like, hell, because of the way that this is all, like, shaped, I can, like... grow multiple kinds of crops and it not look all that fucking weird. But, like, look at this, dog. Shit's dope. I'm gonna get started with the outline here. But I do want to, like, use what I functionally can as soon as I can. Anyway, I felt like I was going on about something. Right, the aesthetics. Yeah, my brain already forgot about it, so moving on. And that's what's like living in my head. Should be right. Yep. Dirt collection. I mean, yeah. It's what I gotta do. Because I'm gonna fill that in, and then I'll have another, like, end of this, like, locked in. I am going to see about using some of my stone brick for that. 2, 3, 4. How much do I need? I need 8, 16, 32, plus another 28. I need 60 blocks. Duh. Mana is smart. Like, I figured that out earlier. Like, come on, me. Ooh. Might. Might. Okay, we got lucky. I'm like, I might be able to, like, do this without, like, falling on it. Okay, that counts as a flooded block. Yeah. Should still be able to just take a source block. Cool. That's cool, man. Now it makes me think it's like a fucking spring or something. It's actually really cool now. Well, I guess there's the... it's not a hard problem to solve. Wait. Oop, there we go. I guess at the end of the day, what I really needed was fucking 56 of these. That doesn't make a nice, easy number divisible by 6, though. So, 60 it is. Yeah, then if I fall in, no worries, I can climb out. I could totally see someone, like, plugging up, like, a more violent, kind of gushy, bubbly stream so it, like, chills the fuck out a little bit with, like, some stone in this arrangement, but are, like, not, like, 100% sealed up, so then it, like, bubbles through and, like, flows out over the brick instead, so then it irrigates all your crops. Like, come on, man. I could totally see someone doing that. That's really fucking cool. Nobody's arguing with me, which is fine. I am the one making arguments with myself. This is something a crazy person does. Anyway. Not bad either. Now, the only unfortunate thing that I could really tell about this is, like, you know, if you want to fit more in it, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you plunk another situation here, but I don't think it evenly, like, nicely fits otherwise. Because then from, you know, where does it get plonked down? 1, 2, 3, 4. Plonk down here. And then that length, you only have how much? 3. Play with. 2, 3. You might actually. You might be able to make this structure multiple times and then just make a giant ass field of farm. It seems like it slots in nicely. Where's the trouble coming? I think the trouble might come in when you're like trying to put 2 side by side to like fill in that gap. Then I think you run into some trouble and like some bad overlap. Yeah, so I think you end up making a pattern that's not 100% efficient. Here, let's get some seeds and let's actually, you know, run this shit for a like test run. Swear words, cussing and swear words. Fuckity fuck, shit, 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 fuck, fuck, fuck. Sometimes I feel like I swear too often. It's a CD plays. Now I don't have to eat the animals. Except I will, because I know me. But yeah, like, there are natural sections where you can just say, yeah, it's enough. I mean, hell, if I want to plant something different here, I could. Like, it feels natural to do that. This might only be 3 long, but, like, you know, this is like its own section. That's a little section. That's its own section. This feels naturally segmented, which is cool. Oh, yeah, reminder. My tick speed is way fucking high. So those are going to grow quickly. All right, we got some shit done. We leveled some stuff. We dug the outline out of what's going to be a stone quarry, at least until I, like, you know, can do some lava generation. But I find lava generating is, like, also very boring, because all you're doing is standing in one place and then doing this. And it's like, wow. Great, great gameplay. This is, Yep, oh, a pickaxe broke. Better go make a new one. And that's it. That's all you do when it comes to fucking, like, infinite cobblestone. Like, I would rather be running around clearing out all this stone and gathering the resources within. So, bleh. And we're at least a couple levels down now that I think about it. Am I fully underground for a little ways? I actually want to check out. So floor, ceiling, air, air, air. Floor, ceiling, air, 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 floor. Not really. Not really. Problem with where I am, huh? Have to go down at least another level, and then I think I have a lot more stone accessible to me. Probably go down 2 levels just to be safe. I mean, ultimately, if we check my, like, y-axis, like, I should be going down a lot more than that, because sea level is at about 64 blocks. And I am well above sea level. And even then, if I were to go down to sea level, there's a motherfucking river and the ocean in that direction. So I still need to go even lower. But yeah, at least the outline has been made. Mana knows where to dig shit. Look at that. Some of my wheat's done. And some of it is stubbornly refusing to grow. Come on, the tick speed is 30. What the fuck, man? You know what I want? Some actual functionality with this shit. Why can't I right-click to harvest? And then replant? Why does a mod have to do that? Come on! Step it up, fucking devs. Anyway, that's been a couple hours. I'm starting to get a little sleepy. And I think I will call it from there. Woot. Partner reserved dinner for Valentine's Day. Who's streaming? Anybody that I want to raid? Raid. Raid. Anybody? Anybody? Hello? Apparently Gigolian is playing Final Fantasy X. That must be a first time playthrough. I need to play some motherfucking Final Fantasy 14. There's been an update and I haven't played all the update stuff. Uh. Anyway, stopping that. There's not really anybody that I would raid right now. And that. Okay, I guess I'll just end the stream then. All right, folks, thank you very much for sticking around to the end of the stream or however long you were actually watching for. Your time is one of your most valuable resources, and I am greatly appreciative of all the time that you spend here. Glad I was actually fucking streaming. I had to refresh my manager page to see my stream live. But yeah, if you only were able to stay here for about a minute, or you stayed here from start to finish, regardless, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you spending some of your time here. I just want to show off games and whatnot. And besides, this is just me having some good time. With all of that said, folks, go get some sleep. No. Please remember that you're always welcome here at Mana's Potion. And I will see you guys next time. So what am I going to do with this house? I don't know. Burn it down.